Welcome back to Cactus Wrestling. We have our 184-pound preseason ranking and preview video here for you. And before we get into that, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment down below. Share it with your friends, your teammates, your coaches, anyone who likes the sport of wrestling. Now that that's over with, let's look at our 184-pound rankings. And there's going to be a brand new national champion this year at this weight class because for the first time in 3 seasons, Aaron Brooks has vacated the fields. And number one, rightfully so, Parker Kekheisen.
Oh yeah, the returning runner-up makes sense. Um, I'd say going into the season, he's the clear favorite. Never finished below third. I mean, I don't think he's ever beaten Brooks, but now that Brooks is gone, it really opens things up for him. So I'd say on paper right now, he's definitely the favorite, but I really wouldn't be all that surprised to see him not win it.
Ooh, Kekheisen?
Yeah, I would not be surprised if a couple of these guys managed to pull off beating Kakaisen for the title.
Really?
Yeah, I could see it happen. Realistically, like I wouldn't be surprised if Truex did it, but after seeing Trey Munoz at the NCAA tournament last year before getting hurt, I honestly, yeah, he finished sixth because he was in the semis and he just slid to sixth because he had injury default after the semifinal match. But before getting hurt, Munoz was looking phenomenal. Like he was looking so good. I was like, yo, Munoz might be making a run here. And then the injury happened. And I mean, Truex was a class act, and like he's like, I could kind of tell the guy was hurt. So, I'm not gonna do anything to kind of make that worse or like, force anything. The guy clearly had a ton of heart and wanted to, finish out the match. But I could see Trey Munoz being a dark horse to win it.
I could too. That guy is a beast. He's an absolute beast. And I think both didn't Kekheisen wrestle him too, and he was kind of a class act. He's like, you don't put a dog down when he's hurting or something. He said that in his
Uh,
interview. Remember, we were like,
no,
he's
that was
a good
Truex,
dude.
I think.
No, I think it was Kek. I thought it was Kekheisen because it was like on his way. It was in the semifinals.
Oh no, then it was in the no, it was Kekheisen. Truex was at the other weight. Truex was at 97. I what I was saying where I was saying Truex,
That
that
was
was
Kekheisen that was saying
yeah,
that.
that was
Yeah, he's like, you
Kekheisen, that was
don't
the
you don't
class
like
act.
shoot
Yeah.
a dog when it's down or a horse when it's
Yeah.
down or something.
Yeah.
It was only like 5-1, but obviously like Trey Muniz was like hopping on away.
Yeah, he was clearly injured. He didn't wrestle another match. Honestly, I think Trey Munoz, had he not been hurt, he might have been able to win the match, maybe. But who's to say? But going into this year, him being healthy, I could see him being right there in the mix to make the title run.
Yeah, I think Trey Muniz is an absolute beast, even though one of my fan favorites, I guess you could say, Mr. Lenny Pinto, beat him last year at I think that was Vegas. And Lenny Pinto is definitely a dark horse guy. I had him as like a potential dark horse to win it all last
Mm.
year. Obviously, he had a bad tournament, but he was only a freshman, and we have him
Yeah.
as All American honorable mention. Um, I think he only gets better with more experience. He's a boom or bust type of guy. He reminds me a lot of Austin Gomez. He goes
He
for
also injured what's his face from
oh
Cornell,
yeah, the Cornell guy.
who he was beating when he injured him, but still.
Yeah, John Lowy,
Yeah, that's
who
it.
we have on this list is number 9 because he didn't wrestle at the NCAA tournament, even though he was ranked top 10 pretty much all
Yeah,
season.
that injury was from Lenny Pinto.
Um, Going back to number 1 and 2, Kekheisen and Truax, they split matches at the NCAA 2 seasons ago. So they They each beat each other, and they were very close matches, 6-5 and 6-4. So obviously, it can go either way. Um, Although, I mean, you look at the performances. That guy's in second, third, third. He's only ever lost one match at the NCAA tournament, which means even though Truax beat him, Keckeisen avenged it and got the higher place.
Yeah.
And Bernie Truax has always ended NCAA seasons with a loss, fourth, fourth, fourth. So I would love to see a Bernie Truax fourth place again. Just cause I don't know. I
Fourth
think it'd be
place.
funny.
So not only is he going to lose one match, he's going to lose two.
He's done it every year. I
I
like
mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if a Trey Muniz beats him in the semis, and then a guy like I don't know Lenny Pinto comes out of nowhere and beats him.
the way you were talking, I thought you were going to be like Kyson Truex is going to be the finals. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a 1 point match. Truex is probably going to lose it though because of his history. Not
I
fourth.
I like Parker Keckeisen a lot, so I'm pulling for him. I think he's an incredible wrestler. I think he's just been unfortunate in that he's been stuck behind Aaron Brooks, who is one of the greatest college wrestlers of all time for many seasons, and that's just dumb luck. But Truax is going to be at Penn State, so obviously
Well, yeah,
that
we'll see
factors
if
a
he
lot.
has a if that becomes a benefit to him or not. I mean, mixed bag with Max Dean because he got there, he won a title, and then he barely All American last year. And then same thing with Drew Hildebrand. He All Americans with Central Michigan. You think he's going to go to Penn State and All American? He didn't. So the transfers that they've gotten have been like kind of mixed with results. The guys that they get originally and they kind of develop within tend to be those, superstar names that kind of etch themselves into wrestling history. But
I will say 184 has got to be one of the weakest weight classes, though. I think it's really dried out in terms of depth because you look at, I mean, we'll go down the list. Dustin Plott is number 4, two-time All-American from Oklahoma State, dangerous wrestler. I think those top 3 guys are on a higher tier. I think it's
isn't
really a
Plot
three.
coming up from 74?
I don't remember, but
Sure.
but
Yeah,
Will
Plot's coming up from
Feldkamp, like
74.
a guy like Will Feldkamp. No one even knew this guy's name last year, all season. He was at Clarion. He went on a massive run at NCAA's, and now he's the number 5 ranked guy. I mean, he took 7th last year, and he's going to be at Iowa State. He had a great record, but he was on no one's radar last year.
Not
So
really.
is he really the number 5 guy in the weight?
He's
I
also one of those
guess.
older guys.
Yeah, that's true. He's probably on his 7th season or
Well, and
something.
then there's also, well, no, keep going before I even bring up
Oh,
age.
Gavin Kane is a returning All American from UNC. I feel like UNC always has one guy who just kind of breaks that All American bubble every year. But depth wise, I mean, I don't look at these guys as like top 5 guys in other weight classes pound for pound. I think, yeah, I maybe they're All American potential, but I just I don't
It's
think this
funny. It's
is.
funny you say that because this weight has more returning All Americans than 74.
Yeah, but I feel like the guys at 74 would beat these guys.
Oh, I mean, actually, yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, that's fair to say. A lot of those top guys, yeah. Um, and then yeah, I mean, Abe Assad isn't even on this list because of the potential suspension that is still being resolved, so we left him off. And then if he gets cleared and is good to go, then I'm sure he'll be somewhere on this, very least honorable mention, if not crack in the top 12. I mean, he lost 4-3 to Gavin Kane, who's number 6, so like he's right there with a returning All-American. So we'll see.
I would be remiss not to mention Jacob Nolan, who is from Binghamton, our alma mater. So we are rooting for Jacob Nolan. His big win last year was against Isaiah Salazar in the Minnesota Duel. Salazar only had 4 losses all season last year, round of 12 guy. Nolan was a round of 16 last year. He's going into his senior year. with this weight class really emptying out, Jacob Nolan could be the first Binghamton All-American and since Lou Dupre a few years ago, which would be huge for the program. So we
Yeah.
are pulling for Jacob Nolan. It's going to be tough though, because I mean, obviously John Lowy coming back in the IWA. You got Colton Hawks of Missouri. Everyone's
Colton
talking about
Hawks, I think,
series.
is gonna be solid this year. Like, I mean, like I said, like Missouri's team, they're gonna do well as a team. I don't know how many, like, I mean, led by Keegan O'Toole, but like I wouldn't be surprised to see Hawks on the podium. I know we have him currently eighth, but like feel like it's definitely reasonable that he could pull that off.
And then Brian Soldano of Rutgers and Troy Fisher. I mean, when it comes down to it, I feel like anyone from honorable mention on this list to number four could beat each other, more or less. I really do stand by it being a three-headed race, the Cerberus, if you will, the
The
three-headed dragon.
Cerberus, yeah.
I think it's gonna be Kekais and Truex and Munoz. I don't think anyone's gonna.
Yeah, I think those three are probably, I mean, plot, maybe. Um, but all in all,
Yeah,
uh,
it's. I mean, I'll be personally rooting for Lenny Pinto because he's such an exciting wrestler, but he's got to prove it. I mean, he was a dud at last year's NCAA's.
right. And then, I mean, Saldano had a pretty solid freshman season. I think was he a true freshman, maybe? Um, but I mean, Rutgers tends to have these solid guys that, I mean, they get the good schedule of the Big Ten. Um, Hopefully, with having that freshman year, a full year competition underneath them, could improve upon it. He was pretty tough last year, from what I could remember. Over 20 wins, and I mean, Lowy being back in the weight.
Yeah, I mean, he was ranked top five pretty much before he got hurt, and he was an All American the year before.
Yeah, so and then I mean, he's also training with Foca and what's his face at 65.
Julian Ramirez
Yeah, Julian Ramirez.
and Cardenas was an All American last year too at
Yeah,
97.
and Cardi. So like, I mean, he's got like all these quality guys that he's training with. So I mean, Lowy may be sliding up this thing once competitions start
I
getting
do think
underway.
I think John Lowy and Lenny Pinto are the dark horses to watch out for. They could have some serious upside potential.
Right.
We did do a poll on this. It seems like it was a two-headed race in the poll. 49%, it was 119 people voted on our YouTube channel. Bernie Truax got 49% of the votes. Parker Kuckeisen got 35%. Trey Munoz got 7. Will Feldkamp got 6%, and Dustin Platt got 3%. So it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a three-headed race, but we'll see. So make sure you hit a like button on your way out. Comment down below. What do you think? And thanks for watching Cactus Reps.